Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Paul Drew doing manual Zoom. It's the Studio Rats Live Q&A number 169. My name's James Ivy.
I'm Paul Drew.
You're tired after that bit of exercise?
Yeah, I've been doing press ups as well. So, that's a bit stretching your arm out.
Oh my God, physical exercise. You are all very welcome to our weekly dust up and takeover of the interwebs.
Yeah.
However, it wouldn't be a Wednesday night without me asking the traditional question, which goes something like this. Mr. Drew, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? I did that video on the Amplified Nation.
That's a bit of a nice amp, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice that. So shame it's got to go, but there's another amp coming on Friday. But that one's sold out. It's really good actually. Just shows you can do a video of an amp, and we don't do it like this. We don't sort of do videos to then sell stuff, because that actually it's never happened before. It's never happened before. I don't think. Maybe it has. But anyway, yeah, we don't do videos to sell stuff. But yes, so the video went up, and then I put it up on eBay because I'd done the captures, and the captures are now available on our website. Tonex.
Oh, on our web, the captures on our website.
Believe it or
Who
not.
knew?
And then yes, so I've got a 2-rock coming. So there's a 2-rock coming on Friday. 2-rock coming Friday, to capture. I don't know how long I hang on to it for.
We do like us a 2-rock, don't we?
Yeah. Oh yes. So yes, I think in the capture world, I think that'll be the big one, which is nice. And then I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else going on then. What about yourself?
Feels like stuff's happened since last week. So I can announce this. It's not a big secret.
Right.
The guys over at Sonic Scoop, Justin and the team over there, asked me to do a presentation with Antelope Audio on all things Antelope Synergy Core Native, which is very exciting. That's taken quite a bit of my time to get a track together and a mix together and all that sort of stuff, and then get the video and all the prep and everything done. So that's been quite a big thing. That'll be happening, I think, early next month. That goes live. There's a Q&A afterwards and stuff like that. Been capturing amps, as is our thing. So the Fender Concert, which sounds amazing, if I'm totally honest.
Right.
Mason was absolutely right. It is a phenomenal amp. So I've done captures for that with pedals and without, and with different settings and stuff, which sounds really cool. Also been doing captures of my JCM 900 with. We've done a couple of the JCM 900 captures in packs, haven't we? In the British Rock, the British Rock pack's got some of that in it. But this is the full pack, 15 patches for a tenner.
So you've done 15 patches?
15 patches.
Okay.
Which sounds awesome. That'll be going up later today, tonight. So there'll be 3 new packs gone out this week, which is amazing.
Nice.
But also, I've been buying.
So what have you bought?
Well, to be honest, this morning it wasn't the amp I was going to buy, but I've bought myself a Friedman.
Nice. See? Proper amp at last.
I've bought a Brown Eye.
Nice.
Looking forward to that. So I'm in that place of thinking, right, it's a serious chunk of dough. What can I sell? And
yes.
So there'll be quite a lot of my stuff appearing on eBay shortly, because I won't need, probably 3 or 4 of the amps that are up there can go.
Right. Yeah.
I'm thinking the Laney can go.
Right.
As good as it is,
Cracking
it ain't a
amp.
Friedman.
No.
The JCM 900, I think, might have to go, because it sat there for a while, not doing very much.
Right.
Because the Brown Eye's got is it the Bucks and Betty channel, hasn't it?
Yeah. No, the B50's got the Bucks and Betty channel,
which is the one I've got.
Right.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe one of the Fenders has to go.
Nice.
if not both. I'm not sure yet. But
just a little. You don't need it. A little. Honestly, I think that's the thing. Just high-end amps. If you want someone coming to your studio, they want to be coming to your studio because you've got gear that they can't normally get their hands on. That to me is always a selling point of a decent studio. So if you've got a Fender Deluxe, you know, that sort of style of amp, which everyone's got access to. That's what everyone's got. You want something different. You want something. Someone goes, he's got one of them. That's the reason why I'm going there. He's got this microphone. That's why I'm going there.
Yeah,
it's that sort of stuff, isn't it?
I do have a microphone or two.
Yes, you do.
But yeah, there'll be some stuff going out, which is great. Yeah, loads of stuff actually gone this week as well, which is nice. The finally getting some space back. The enormous 1x15 Fender Bassman cab has gone.
Great. Oh yeah, when you come to collect that 4x12.
Next time I come and see you.
Well, that's going to go soon because I need the space.
Well, I'll come and see you soon. It's just a case of when. There's building work starting next week again.
Is there?
Yeah, Gregoire and I are cracking on with through there.
Oh, nice.
Which is good. Yeah, other than that, it's been a busy week. Loads of stuff going on. Captures. Done a video today that hopefully will go live tomorrow on TSR Jivey Talks Tech, which is, oh God, that channel there. Please. Subscriber numbers are going up. It's good. Videos are coming out. People are liking them. And yeah, so stuff. Should we get into some questions and comments and stuff?
Yep.
Let's do it. Boom.
Send of a wheelchair pillow. He says, ask Dave Freeman about the Tone King Synergy module on Ask Dave number 20 at 10:15. Or is that 22 minutes, 14 seconds?
No, it's, yeah.
Semi-interesting response. He mentioned that a lot of the sound comes from the power section. Thought, but maybe. Yeah, I mean, I guess with something like the Tone King Synergy, because it's such a clean-ish amp, probably a lot of it is coming from. There's probably not a lot going on in the preamp section like there would be, you know, say like the Friedman that James is buying. But interesting though. I haven't seen the Tone King Synergy module.
I think it's absolutely spankingly new, I think.
Yeah. Nice. Well, it's nice to know that Synergy is still supporting this stuff.
Yeah, and it's because it's good stuff.
It's good stuff. Nabs, he says, hello gents, hope all is well. Paul, your Amplified Nation amp demo was excellent. Thank you, mate. This is my dream amp with this combination, but alas, out of my league currently. Cheers. Cheers, Nabs. Yeah, they're really unusual. I mean, you hardly ever see them in the UK, to be honest. They are nice things. They're really nice things.
Yeah, it's a bit lush, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, really nice.
the only thing is, I'd be. I mean, unless you are one Mr. Bonamassa, you don't gig those, do you?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't want to put a beer on it and then have a beer spill over it. But then I wouldn't want to have a beer on any amp.
Yeah, exactly. There's that.
Yeah.
But it sounded lush. I mean, it really sounded nice.
Yeah, it's really good amp. Really good amp. One of my favourite Les Paul tones came out of the plexi side of that thing. Really nice.
So here's the real question: Amplified Nation or Matchless?
Oh no, my Matchless. No, I mean that's not. You mean Amplified Nation or Matchless?
Yeah.
Well, I mean I haven't tried the other I haven't tried the other ones.
No, the one you had, as in the one you've still got, or Matchless.
Oh no, Matchless.
Right. Okay.
Yes. Oh yeah. Without doubt. The only thing that I'd like the Matchless to have, the Matchless would be perfect for me if it had reverb, but it doesn't have reverb.
Yeah. Okay.
Al, good evening, gents. Hope all is well. And to you, Al. Thomas Ross, he says, good afternoon, rats, and to you, Thomas. Mr. Moxie. He says, "Good evening, all. Garage run time wisely this evening. Nice one, mate. Was that for the beers? Good man. Lots of people. Yeah, it's like beer fridge in the garage. Loads of people do it, didn't they?
I'm gonna have a fridge in there.
Are you?
Yes, I've got a Marshall fridge.
Nice. There we go. You can't get a lot in those Marshall fridges, though.
Doesn't matter. It's a Marshall fridge.
Gary says, Paul, at Paul, love your playing. Thanks, mate. What scales modes are you using in the lead lines in your demos? I'm stuck in pentatonic. I think we're all stuck in pentatonic to a certain extent. The majority of my stuff I'm playing is pentatonic, I would say, with little flurries of major and minor sort of stuff. I don't really get into modal stuff. Not a massive fan of modal. I like stuff that the general public would think is in tune.
So it's funny. I did a video that's coming out tomorrow, hopefully, where it's not about the track, but the track was necessary to make the subject work, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I ended up playing this kind of very, Larry Carlton-esque kind of thing. But because the chord progression was quite interesting underneath, I found myself moving around the neck far more than I normally would do to make stuff work. And I was like, oh, this is nice. I can do, the whole major and minor pentatonic over X chords at work. And I was like, oh, this sounds great. And then I find myself moving somewhere, not thinking about where I was going, just playing and making my ear tell my fingers what to do.
But that is a good point there, actually. I think you said something there. Let me go and get a guitar, because Gary, I don't mean to be, I don't know what sort of level you're at. So excuse me if I'm going over stuff that's really, really simple. If I'm going over stuff that's simple for you, and it's really uncomfortable, I always have to put the neck up like this. There we go. Okay, so Gary, yeah, please excuse me if this is way behind your level. So excuse me on this. Right, play a C chord. Can you hear that, James?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, now you can right. You're in pentatonic, yeah. C.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so play your. You can think of your major pentatonic, or sorry, your minor pentatonic in A. All that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Okay, now play exactly the same thing in C, in the 8th position.
Yeah.
And it's exactly the same fingering.
Yeah.
And then what you start to do is then you start mixing around with the all that sort of stuff. You mix lidiony type stuff, even though I don't really do modes or understand modes that well. But yeah,
a mode is just a scale. A mode is just a scale started on a different degree of the scale.
Exactly. Well, and a mode is a scale played over a different chord.
Yeah.
So that is a mode. So yes, that's correct.
So, but I found myself not just doing what my fingers wanted to do. I found myself going, right, play an actual melody that I'm hearing in my head, and then work out, rather than just going, because my fingers just can do that. Not very well, but they can do it. But I found myself actually working on melodies and stuff. And to me, that was a whole, I haven't had to do that in a long time. Proper working out parts and lead lines and licks and stuff was great.
Yeah, there's something else you can think of like that, as opposed to getting stuck in a box, in that pentatonic box, which is really uncomfortable.
You look like
try playing the same thing up the neck. So
you look like Bill Wyman.
To play solos going this way as opposed to this way.
Yeah,
I think all that sort of helps, doesn't it?
By the way, are the frets on that Strat about an inch thick?
No, yeah, they're the biggest frets you can get.
They look enormous.
Yeah, they are, but it's also got that dirt. Hold on. It's also got the I don't know why they do it. It's the only thing that I don't like about some of the Fender, because no, they are massive. Yeah,
They
no,
look
massive.
huge.
Yeah, they are massive frets. Yeah, they're the biggest frets you can get, but it's also, I think you can see they darken around the frets. It's like an extra you can pay for. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous because it almost looks like build up of gunk or whatever, and it makes them actually look a bit bigger. But no, they are massive. They are
They
massive.
look enormous.
Yeah, it's funny actually. I've been playing this because I've been playing it pretty much as my main guitar at the moment. It's quite hard to go back to anything else. But focus.
I found myself going from bass to my telly was really hard today. I was like,
Yeah. Mississippi, evening TSR, and all. Hope you're well. And to you, Mississippi. Nice guitar. I want to go back and have a look at his guitar again. He told us what it was last week. It was a Paletti's.
Yes, I think so. It's great.
Did anyone see the that pedal show with Dave Kilminster? He's got you know Dave Kilminster, don't you? Yeah. He's got Paoletti. I think they're Paolettis, but they're Telecasters with strap pickups in them. They look really cool. Really like
those, when Fender did those altered world, whatever they're called.
Oh, you messed me up now. Something Parallel Universe.
Parallel Universe, that's the one. They were cool. Some of those were mental, but really good.
Yeah. Tony Davis. Hello, Rats. Hope all is well. And to you, mate. Beautiful day here in Texas. Hope your weather is good. It's crap, mate.
Oh, ours has been nice the last couple of days.
It's been all right. It's been quite warm actually. We've got
great.
Jeff. Hello, Jeff. He said good morning from Brisbane. I'm on top of the world down here at the bottom of the world. Hope you are all as well. And you, mate. All good. Love that.
Life's too short to be miserable. Well done, Jeff.
Mark's gas station. Greetings, ladies and gents. And to you, mate. Funky bass. Evening Rats, rodents, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, very good. Gentlemen, very glad to be able to join you all and you, mate. I wonder what the word gent comes from.
Gentle, as in, a man.
No, as in degent. D-J-E-N-T.
Oh, I don't know. Degenerate?
No, it must come. Yeah, if anyone knows, let us know. Hi, Rats. Paul, are you still loving the Silver Sky? And when are you following up on the Maybach? We found out on this one. So I love the Silver Sky. I thought the Silver Sky was a great guitar. I sold mine only for the fact that I really wanted do you know the pickups in the Silver Sky? I think are mega. The only thing about the Silver Sky is a 7.25 radius for me. It's just if I want to do a bend that goes past like a tone or a tone and a half or whatever, I found it just choking out all the time, and I was always sort of just being a bit cautious on it. And I don't know why, because you listen to John Mayer, and John Mayer does it.
I was about to say, I'm fairly sure John Mayer's got it covered.
Yeah, but that's the whole point about 7.25 radius is that's why they've changed the radius, so you can do that. To me, I mean, the Silver Sky is PRS's biggest selling guitar of all time. And everyone hates 99% of people hate 7.25, and they live with it because it's a John Mayer guitar, and it is a fantastic guitar. So I will at some point get another Silver Sky because I really, really like them. I just like them if they came out with the 9.5. I think it would sell like hotcakes, but that's not John Mayer's preference. The Maybach, I sold it because I really didn't like it. I thought whatever I do to this is never going to be right for me. Again, 7.25 radius. It was heavy as hell. It just So it started off as a plan, and then I thought whatever I do to this, it's never gonna be right, and I'm going to put a lot of time and money into it, and it's never going to work.
Interesting.
But to someone, it's a great guitar.
Yeah.
To me, I hate it. Safey, good evening, Safey. Shep, evening all. Fire it up. Feet up and beer in hand, and the rats are on. Happy Wednesday. Cheers, Chef.
Love it.
What everyone else's sort of wives and girlfriends and husbands are doing? Well,
Putting the kids to bed.
Yeah, they go, look at this, that bald idiot, and the guy with the booth on the computer again.
The guy with the booth on.
Ned says,
Jen calls it my headphone hair, because if I do an FC job where headphones on, headphones off, she said your hair is absolutely rock solid from there forward, but their back becomes just this kind of.
Yeah, there's booth on. Ned says, hello everyone. It took a year and 10 drummers, but my band seems to finally have found a drummer. Yay for the long haul.
Yay.
Unpolished, but then again, so am I as a guitarist, so I'm happy. Nice one, mate.
Great work.
Yeah. Well done, mate. Keith. Hello, Keith. He says, happy Wednesday, gents. Hey, everyone. Hi, Keith.
Keith, when we picking up on that album project?
Keeps going on about that album project.
I do, because I like making good music with people, and Keith's stuff is really good.
Funky bass. Jivey, don't forget the pink taco goes in front and the brown eye goes back. I think it's a preference, isn't it? I think it's just.
Hey, we're not judging. All are welcome here.
It's funny, isn't it? It's the only thing about that brand. It's just like, grow up with the names of the amps. It's just
schoolboy humor.
It's a bit weird. Mississippi Blues. James, everyone enjoyed the video on shit drums. Very useful. There you go.
It wasn't called that originally. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Walter. Nice. Walter with his. Is that a Luke 1?
The Luke, yeah, it's a Luke.
Luke 1. Oh no, it's not. It's a Luke 2. Hasn't got the Floyd. Walter says, hello guys. Paul, can I use the T-Wah effect to emulate a tube sound on my Boss Katana Mark 50? No, T-Wah. Do you mean like the auto-wah? The T-Wah?
Is it touch-wah?
Touch-wah. Yeah, I think that's probably the auto-wah. No, so the auto-wah is basically a filter, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's basically a synth. It's a synth filter that gets triggered by an
envelope.
Envelope. Thanks, James. Exactly the word I was looking at.
Yeah.
And when it reaches a certain threshold, the filter opens. It goes whack whack. So you can get some great sounds. I used to love auto filters, like almost just as good as. And way less hassle than an actual wah, but less expressive.
The one I want to get, and there was one in the auction, was the Meatball, the Love Tone Meatball.
Nice. Oh
yeah. My God, that was a great pedal. Phil, if you want to come in the show, you need to turn your camera on because we're not that kind of place. So anyone can just rock up. So yeah, if you want to come in the show, other than that, clear off.
Yeah, the thing is, Phil, we don't want you getting your brown eye out. Or your pink taco.
Or your pink taco.
David Brose. If I'm using Amps Live, what is the benefit of using a Tone X? Hey, fills in now. If I'm using, okay, let's do this again. If I'm using Amps Live, we'll be with you in a sec, Phil. If I'm using Amps Live, what is the benefit of using a Tone X? It seems the setup like Paul runs with his Axe effects. And using MIDI is the way to go. Am I wrong? If you're using Amps Live, so with ToneX, you can go into if you've got a ToneX, you can either run it so you can model pedals if you want, and then you can use ToneX as your overdrive pedal, or you can run into, if you've got an effects loop in your amp, you can run into the return of your amp and then just use the ToneX as your amplifier, as your front end. Yes, I mean, I think ToneX really, 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 really works on its own or with added pedals and using as a complete setup as opposed to going into amplifiers. IK Multimedia are at some point coming out with a powered speaker for ToneX, which is really exciting, I think. And I think that's going to be a really good way to go. But yes, I think ideally it's designed to go with Other pedals tend to go DI'd.
Yeah. Right. I was about to put Phil on, but Phil's just wandered off.
Phil's disappeared.
He's just
Phil,
gone.
where you going?
Come back, Phil. Let's go for this one.
Okay, well, keep going. Phil, come back in a minute. Mark Grant, he says, is there a demo of the Friedman IRX in the works? Phil's back. Hold on, Phil. So we haven't been sent one, I'm afraid. I've got a feeling Lee will get one. Mr. Abraham will get one. And then
you can borrow, you can pop around his and borrow it.
Yeah. Because that's right up Lee Street. That is. Lee would love that all day long. So we're looking forward to Lee. Yeah, Lee buying one. Put it that way. No, Friedman haven't been.
And at this point, we should intro Phil. So welcome, Phil, to the show.
Ah, hello, Phil. How you doing?
Well, pretty good. Can you hear me?
What is that weapon of mass destruction you are wielding? Oh, look at that!
Isn't he? That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, JP15.
That's lovely.
Nice, that's a lovely guitar. Well done for going that and not the Majesty.
I don't like the shape of it.
No, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird. I think that's a really nice shape, and it's so well designed that.
It's the Swiss penknife guitar, I reckon.
It is definitely, yeah, definitely.
And it's their Music Man's biggest selling guitar by a country mile.
Is it really? I didn't know that. Anyway, what can we do for you, Phil?
Just keep talking, chaps. It's really enjoyable. I only found you 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it's been brilliant.
Oh, cheers.
So what else is hanging on the wall? Because I'm looking around, going.
What isn't? That's the most interesting. I've got. This is quite interesting.
Ah, is that a Hofner?
Yeah, but it's the same. It's the it's one of the original ones before they changed the neck because of copyright. It's the same as one. It's same as one that Prince used.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
I meant Hohner. Yeah,
Hohner Prince. And I've had it for years. I bought it in Bell's Music in Surbiton.
Whereabouts in the UK are you?
Sorry?
Whereabouts in the UK are you?
Bracklesham Bay. Near Chichester, Wittering.
Oh, I know. You're just down the road from me then.
Well, you're in the New Forest now, aren't you?
That's correct. Yeah. I'm in the New Forest. Yeah, that's. Can you just show us the neck of your JP there?
What, the back?
Yeah. Because. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Really good.
Look at that.
They always use the best lumps of wood, don't they?
I got turned on to them when I saw a guy called. Do you know Brian Kellner?
I know the name.
Plays with I think he's South African and plays with his brother. What they called the Bushman Brothers.
Okay,
cool.
I saw him at the Boom Boom Club in Sutton.
Yeah,
and they were back in the latest version of Skinny. What are they called now? I can't remember. But they were a support band. But he was such a great player, wonderful tone, and all he played was Music Man. So I followed a few of his videos, and then I followed. I went to the Music Man video of their factory and saw how they were made. Started off on a couple of Sterlings. I got a Luke as well.
Oh no!
I'd like a Luke. I've got a lot of time for one of those.
Let's have a look at the Luke.
I'll have to which bag it's in the moment, but I'll be back in a sec.
I could definitely go a Luke. I could definitely.
Let's have a look at Luke. Let's have a look at Phil's Luke, and then we'll move on because what's he got there? He's got some stuff at the back, and look at all this. This is amazing.
You need the Potter's Wheel playing in the background, don't we?
I'm like you. I've got to get rid of another. I've got far too many guitars.
Mate, you've got the we're all the same. Us.
Yeah,
Have
that's what I-
a look.
Oh,
Oh, was that a 3?
It's double humbucker.
Yeah, is it the Luke 3? I can't see. I can't
know what
see.
it is.
Your light's really bright, and it's
It's a nice guitar.
that's awesome.
really.
But I do
nice.
prefer the JP15's got such a good tremolo. This is
Has it?
quite
Yeah.
stable. I've got it floating, but it's and it is really stable. But the JP15 tremolo is something else.
Is it?
It's
Oh,
routed
nice.
out.
That's nice. Where'd you get your? So did you buy these new, or did you get them second hand? What's your thing?
When I've got one other interest in early ball type guitar. I got the Luke second hand,
Right.
and when I was after the JP15, in the end, the only one I could find in Europe really was, and that was before the Brexit. So I beat the import business. I got
nice.
it from Tommins,
Oh yeah, great.
and it was about $3,000.
Nice. Yeah, they're not cheap guitars. They're really nice.
This is a very interesting one.
Oh, look at that.
What the hell is that?
There was only about 100 made, so no LPs, which is the sort of Chinese knockoff. Well, they were licensed by Ernie Ball,
Yeah.
but it's a semi-acoustic.
Look at that.
And I got it for £100 off eBay,
Wow.
but it's got the same sort of neck, so it's really nice. But it's got a piezo in the bridge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I hate the piezo sound. I hate that quackiness.
Yeah.
So I put this is a D-Armand I've got in there with a little volume control on there.
Great.
Yeah,
So
nice.
I don't often use it, but it's just nice for noodling.
Yeah, nice.
Very
But
cool.
It would be worth actually, I think, fiddling around with it and getting a decent pickup or some sort on it, because I'm not over keen on the sound of that, but it's quite useful because you've got the slider control there if you're doing something live.
Yeah,
Very-
nice one. And do you play live much?
I sort of I was playing with a duo using backing tracks,
Yeah.
which I say using backing tracks. I use the old Boss JS5. I don't know if you know that. It was.
No.
I'll show you one quickly. It's very old technology now.
Oh, one of those. Okay. Yeah. Wow. I haven't seen one of those in a while.
And I programmed all my own tracks with that.
Did you?
I've done about 200 tracks. Yeah, it's a bit dated, but you can actually write your own things in there. But I'm not very good on the technical side for doing that. I'm okay for writing on that. But I was doing that. I used to play with bands, and I'm in a sort of a rock band that does about 2 gigs a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the last one we did was Chelsea Arts Club, which was fantastic.
Oh, nice.
But I've been playing for years. I used to work at. Did you work at Gig Sounds, Paul, at one stage?
I did. Yeah. Back in.
You know,
God,
Phil,
what's that?
do you know Phil Lusher?
Phil Usher.
Lusher.
No.
No, because I used to work with him we used to work at ABC Music years ago.
So, was that in Catford?
No, ABC was in Esher, Surbiton.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I know the one. Oh,
And
nice.
my mate, was it Tony V that used to work at Gig Sounds? I think my mate Phil's worked in nearly every music shop in the country. So we've met loads of people, and we used to gig a lot together doing duo work. He played keyboards with bass, left hand, synth. So we just done loads of stuff. The last few years, my biggest trouble now is arthritis. I can't do a bar chord because I can't bend that finger down. I have to.
Oh, bless you.
But what got me round it a lot was I got into gypsy jazz. So the Django chords, which are very. They're so.
Only 2 fingers for that.
Well, you just need this. Oh God, fingers. It's that shape which you can use for so many. So the bar thing. I can do a minor bar chord, but I can't do a major chord anymore.
Right.
But it was quite interesting because it made me realise I always thought the bar chord was the be all and end all, but it's not at all.
Nah.
And when you get Gypsy Jazz really taught me a lot more scales and chord shapes and how to put sort of chords together like they do.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a hobby at the moment.
Oh, nice one, Phil. Well, thanks for joining us, Phil. That was
It's a
lovely
pleasure.
to see you.
Yeah, I haven't been on the StreamYard things before, so I was just following it on Facebook and didn't really contribute very easily.
No, that's all right, mate. What all you got to do if you got comments and stuff, so just leave us a comment on the thing, and we answer questions and stuff. And if you've got anything you want to come and show us, like you did.
I found you really because I've got an ME80 and a GT1, which I often use for live work.
Yeah,
and you did such great sort of videos on them. So
thanks, mate.
That's how I got into knowing all about you.
Well, that's very nice of you, mate. Well, thanks for watching.
Wicked.
Pleasure.
All right, Phil. Yeah, you take care, mate. And if you want to come on again, just come on. It's all good.
Yeah, sure.
Wicked.
Cheers,
All right, mate. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye. Right, next one.
Cool.
Nice
Good toys. Good toys.
Yeah, that JP was something else, wasn't it?
Lovely.
I've never played one. I need to get
You're
one.
not? Oh, mate. Oh, great guitar.
Yeah, I mean, it must be really versatile. Anyway, Douglas Newman says, "Hey, James and Paul, love your vids. Thanks, mate. Hello from Canada." Oh, thanks, mate. Keith says, "The new Tone King Royalist Mark II sounds rocking. I have no financial stake in Tone King." Yeah.
Bit controversial there.
Does sound good, doesn't it? Does sound good. I think that's, I mean, why would you, and as an American, why would you go and buy a Marshall? Why would you go and buy one? You go and buy one of them.
Yeah. And
it'd probably be built, just as well as a Marshall, if not better.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be nice here. Walter says, "I need to emulate Key Marcello Sound Europe." That is, I tell you what, when that first Europe album came out and Key Marcello, I mean, what a tone, what a player.
So we know his drummer.
Who's drummer?
Key Marcello's current drummer, Darby.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Oh, I mean, Key, what a ridiculous, unbelievable guitar player.
Yep, indeed.
Proper talent. Daniel K, even gents, have you guys seen the new Friedman tube preamp pedal that just released today? Seems pretty interesting. We are talking about that. Yes, I've got that.
Yes.
Someone else already asked about that, and I said, yeah, Lee will be getting one of them, guaranteed. If he's not on,
Gregoire, didn't he?
Where is Lee?
Yeah, I haven't seen him yet.
Max says, evening or evening, Max. GA Sundance, hello. I'm currently on the market for a new modeler or backup for my Fractal FM3. Any good recommendations? I have a Klon and a Memory Man Deluxe. Nice. 93 issue as my only pedals. I'm currently in the market for a new modeler or backup for my Fractal. So I think let us know what sort of money you're looking at spending, Gio. I would highly recommend, well, I'd just go and get a Tone X. James and I love the Tone X system.
It is. It's
brilliant.
It's brilliant. Is one. I'm not going to use the GC word because that's dangerous.
Yes, but it is. It's great, and that would go well with your FM3 because you can save some processor slots inside your FM3 and just use the reverbs and the effects, and you'll be laughing.
Yeah, it's good.
Scent of a Wheelchair Pillow says, to be clear, there is no Synergy Tone King. I was asking about the possibility. Dave thought it might not be great because of the power section requirement. Maybe someday. That's all I see.
Right.
I thought I'd heard of one.
Because Synergy is very much in the Morgan Freeman camp, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all made by that guitar factory in LA. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
All of
Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
Or is it just me who finds that funny every time? Just me. Fair enough.
Centre of Wheelchair. Dave does have a cool new Freeman tube, but yes, we're looking at that later on. It seems lots of people interested in that, which is good.
Yeah.
Michael Kilfoy says, "Hi, Rats Paul. How's the Silver Sky?" Oh no, we've done that one.
Yes.
Done that. Tim says, "Evening from rainy Devon. Did you see the Anton's demo of the Strymon Univibe? Very awkward." Oh, I haven't seen it. No.
No,
The
I haven't
second
seen it.
Univibe demo in a row where they thought it was a vibrato chorus. Love the amplified nation. Thanks, Tim. Wow, that's interesting. No, I'll have to look at that now. Well, I mean, the thing is, a Univibe on a Univibe pedal, it does have vibrato and chorus settings, so I can see how people get confused. I'm trying to think if I've got any Univibe. I have, although not with writing on it. I mean, I've got a few Univibe pedals, style pedals. Yeah, and it's always the vibrato of the chorus side. Always the chorus side. Great.
Yeah, always.
Thanks, Tim. Cheers for the. Ned says, "You want to get out of the pentatonic? Try and hit chord tones while playing. Have an intention with what you're playing. Play short ideas that you bring back. Play horizontally, not vertically.
Absolutely.
All fantastic ideas." Martin Collier says, "Just purchased a new Friedman value preamp. Nice. Valve preamp. Can't wait for tomorrow to play it." Oh, nice. Lee's definitely getting one of them, isn't he? Lee,
it might as well have Lee Abraham tattooed on it in large letters.
He'll be all over that. Tony says, "For James, in my early life, I played drums. Do you find that guitar rhythm and timing is easier for you being a drummer? I think it helps and allows me to focus on other guitar skills." Thoughts?
Yes, definitely. I always find my solos are far more rhythmically interesting than they are necessarily diatonically or notally interesting, if that makes sense. I'm a rhythm guy. That's what I do. I'm not the greatest rhythm guitar player, but I think when I play rhythms, they're on the money. If I look at something I've recorded, it's tight to the grid, which is good.
Paul McKinnon, Fitness and Nutrition, says, "Good evening, James, Ivy, and Mr. Drew. Been away for a while, so it's good to join you both live again." Well, the Katana 100, by the way, it's an animal. You once said that Friedman are better than Marshall. Why? Friedman are better than Marshall because Marshall, how can you explain it? But Marshall do old stuff, and I'm not. They don't just do old stuff. They're obviously the TSL line and all that sort of thing. But so Friedman takes the Marshall idea and then improves it. So it's like a modded Marshall. It's like the Jose mod. There was a couple of guys back in the 80s and 70s and 80s that used to do these. Used to get hold of Marshall amplifiers and mod them for their players at the time. And Friedman is like that. It's a modded Marshall. It's a Marshall that's just been improved.
The only thing I would say is that Marshall got it right and then didn't do that much with it. Friedman looked at Marshall and went, I can do this, 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 and this, and this, and yeah, do you know what I mean? Didn't rest on the laurels.
And the thing is, as well, is in the UK, Marshall's a 10 a penny. In America, Marshalls are a bit more sought after because they're harder to get hold of, and they're way more expensive than they are over here. Marshalls are not cheap amps at all. They're not cheap, but compared to what the Americans have to pay for it, so it's the same. So back in the 80s, the Americans had Mezzo-Boogies, and we never saw Mezzo-Boogies in the UK. It was like if you saw a Mezzo-Boogie, it was like, that's in a bundle now. So it's the same thing. It's it's become a mythical thing, and the Marshall sound is fantastic. I love the Marshall sound. One of my
can I tell you my Marshall story?
Go on.
So when I was at school, probably 14, 15, I was going out with a girl whose father was an American Air Forceman.
Right.
And hence, at the weekends, we used to go up to Bentwaters to the American Air Base, go on the BX and all that sort of stuff. And because the BX was like their shopping centre on the base.
Okay.
right? And I'd always go and find all the electronic instruments and stuff. And so, bear in mind, a Marshall was made in Milton Keynes, shipped over to the States, bought by the American Air Force, then shipped back to the UK, and it was about 300 quid cheaper to buy it on the base than it was to buy it from the music shop next door to the base.
Unbelievable.
Craziness.
Crazy. Keith says, would enjoy hearing perspectives on the new UA Ox Stomp? I'm intrigued by it. Love the verb delay and comp in the Ox. Yeah. I can't quite work out who it's for. I watched the video on it. I watched quite an awkward video on it.
I got annoyed by the video.
Yeah. I don't know who it's for, because if you want the amp modeling, if you want the speaker modeling of the Oct, you've got to love it. You've got to love that way more than, say, like the speaker modeling that come in IRs and stuff. Because the thing about the Ox is, I think it's really good. It's a really good thing. It's not my favorite by any means. So if the Ox was like, oh my god, the speaker modeling in this is unbelievable, you've got to have it. I could see everyone doing it, everyone going for it, but it's not. It's like, yeah, it's good. It's
really good. So some of the things in the pedal I really liked, like you can put any kind of third party IR into it, and
you can.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
There's two user slots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes it.
They've called it the UA and UB.
Okay.
User A, user. So there are two slots in it, and I thought that's quite cool. I think there was anyway. I could be wrong.
I'm surprised. I'll be really surprised if they've done that. But
no, hang on. Do you know what? No, scrap that. I'm sure you can. I'm sure that was in Warren's video.
Okay.
But don't hold me to it. But you know, what it basically is, it's if you've got a pedal chain you really like, but you don't want to take an amp with you, whack one of those on the end.
But it hasn't got a preamp in it. There's no preamp.
No, you've got your preamp pedal. You've got your governor or your whatever for that.
Still not. I mean, yes, it's a preamp style pedal, but it's not a preamp.
No,
that's not. It's a different thing. I know you can go with just a pedal and you can use it as a sort of preamp, but it's not the same sort of thing. I still don't quite get it. I don't get who it's for, apart from Lee Abraham.
It's not going to stop me keeping my Ox.
Well, no, but the Ox does something different. The Ox is an attenuator.
Yes,
that's where it's handy. I think if you want an Ox, you get an Ox.
Yeah.
But anyway, Jim Simmons, did you guys see the new Fender Tonemaster amp modeling floorboard? It's in the news. It's not out yet, though, is it? It was leaked. Am I right? Unless if it's out, please send me the link because, we've only found the leak. Steve, what is that? Steve Stevens. He loves the show.
He does love the show. Steve Stevens is one of the people I always look forward to seeing at NAMM for two reasons.
Rock chicks.
His hair and his girlfriend.
I love Steve Stevens. What a player.
Amazing player.
Yeah. Hi, guys. With the Cornell blog, what speakers were you going through? Cornell blog. Oh, so Celestians of some sort. So I don't know which one.
Celestion Vintage 30 in his cabinets.
I think it's Vintage 30, isn't it? I think you might be right.
Yeah.
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 We're going again next week. So to go and tweak the amp. But yeah, anyway.
Very exciting.
Yes. NYC Geology. Gent is an onomatopoeia for the palm muted gated sound. Gent. Is that what it is?
I think that's him being amusing. I think.
No, I wonder. Interesting. Steve Cassidy says, "Evening rats and rat friends. Fender Tonemaster Pro leaks. Oh, we'll have to talk about that. Yeah, You see, James and I
It
aren't.
wasn't, it
Under
wasn't leaked by us, so yes, we can talk about it.
and also we're not under any NDA with Fender. So
No. However, Fender, if you want to talk to us and lend us some stuff, we're all ears.
yeah. Not that I've done you enough videos, Fender.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know that does annoy me? I'm gonna have a little rant. I'm gonna have a
Go
little
on,
rant.
go on.
Well,
Rant.
things like okay, let's have a rant. Let's have a rant. The Amplified Nation amplifier.
Yep.
I don't want anything for it, but I'd quite like the company just to reach out and say thanks for that. I'm glad you enjoyed the amp, something like that.
Do you know who the last company to reach out to us and say, after a completely unsolicited video was done?
Okay.
Who was the last person the last person to reach out to us?
I don't know.
After we did a video on one of his products.
I don't know. Go on.
Dennis.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Completely out of the blue, reached out to us and said, "Thanks for doing that, boys. Great work. If there's anything we can do, and now we're doing, that's all we want."
Because if he went, anyway, let's rant over. Let's move on.
I keep ranting. It's funny.
Well, it does annoy me, like the amount of work that I've done for Fender, and I don't want any payment for it or anything. I just want, but occasionally Fender to go, thanks for that. We enjoyed that, or because I don't think I've ever said anything negative about a Fender product. If there was something negative, I would. But I love Fender.
Well, I mean, but all they have to say, all the marketing department have to do is say, "Thanks for that. If there's anything we can do, keep in touch."
That sort of stuff.
It's funny when you have a relationship with brands, it works in everybody's favor.
Of course it does, yeah.
Which is why we go to NAMM, to build these relationships.
Yeah, and there's some companies that as soon as they see a video, they reach out and they say thanks for that, and you go, brilliant.
Yeah.
Glad you enjoyed it. Anyway, rant over.
Anyhow,
Steve Cassidy says, or did I already miss it? A few minutes late tonight, Soz. What are we talking about? The
Fender.
No. That's coming in the
news.
In the news.
News.
Mr. Cook says, Ned, chord tones won't get you out of the pentatonic because those notes are a subset of the pentatonic. The issue is when you only play in pentatonic boxes, not the notes themselves. There you go.
True. But I think not just playing the predictable chords, video for this coming soon, is a way to get you out. That's how to play pentatonic boxes. Whereas start reaching outside and being a bit clever with your chord selections, that's how to get out of it, in my experience. Paul's had enough already.
Because as soon as I get any sort of sniff of jazz from James, I fall asleep. Michael P, howdy K Michael P. J.O. Sundance, yes, word gent comes from the sound of the guitar mix. There you go. Please help me answer my question. Yeah, we've done that. The thing is, Gio, right, you've got to be patient, mate. You've got to be patient.
We didn't actually say a backup for an alternative for his FM3.
Yeah, no, we've done it. No, we've done it. No. So no. I think what's happened is that Gio put a question in above, and then we hadn't got to it then, and he's got a little bit impatient. Just be a little bit patient. We get through all the questions.
We do.
So
and we won't stop until we do.
Yes. So under 500 Tonex, mate.
Yeah.
All day long. Pet says, in the market for a custom telly, but I have small hands. Looking for that one telly that's a keeper and will hold its value. Thoughts? Fender Custom Shop.
My vintage 60th anniversary. Only
that is true, actually. That is true. So James's thing they're selling is James has got a USA 60th anniversary. If you've got more money, but it says a custom telly. So you might mean, do you mean custom shop? If you're going to go custom, go Fender Custom Shop. That's the only way that you'll get something that's going to hold its value and will increase in value over time.
But Pet, reach out if you're after a really nice American telly.
Yeah, but he says a custom telly. But yes, I agree. Yes.
Yeah. If you're interested, it's on eBay, but reach out and we'll cut a deal.
Yeah. Get a second, or if you want one that's going to hold its value, apart from James's one, go and get a second-hand custom shop.
Yeah.
Never lose money on that.
No.
Chris Williams, evening, Chris. Dave or Pavo says, evening, everyone. Nice to watch TSR live again. And you, Dave. Ben says, good evening, gentlemen. Are either of you or anybody in here familiar with the Yamaha SG 1802 made in Japan with P90s? Thoughts if you have? There's a used one of mine.
Oh, so I've been told those are an absolute sleeper guitar. If you can find one for a decent price, pick it up.
Yeah, I never liked the SGs. The Yamaha
But
SGs.
they've got a thing.
Yeah,
Paul Stacey absolutely raves about them, and has got a collection of those. And I was like, ooh, yeah.
I think. Look, don't let me put you off, Ben, because I think they definitely have a thing, and they definitely have a look. I don't like the look of them. They weigh a ton.
We should go down and see Paul.
Yeah, my mum and dad live near Paul, so yeah,
that'll be a great goal. I say that'll be a great trip, but that would quite literally that would be a trip and an amazing day.
Yeah, well, next time we go down to see my mum and dad, come down. We're going to spend a couple of hours with them. Yeah, because I'd like to meet him.
Nice
yeah, but they're really, really well made guitars, just very heavy and very unique looking.
Full of concrete.
Michael Kilfoy says, Rats, following on from 7.25 radius, have you heard or tried Shige? I can never pronounce this. Is it Shige?
Shige?
Small builder in China. They now have a UK distributor again. Beautiful Strat and Telly style, 12-inch radius and nitro. Nice. 12 inches a little bit flat for me. I mean, I'll be happy with it. I don't wonder what the Sir is. That's probably a 12. Really is really comfortable. I like 9.5. But yeah, nice, mate. That sounds brilliant. I will go and check them out. I think they're quite reasonable. I'm surprised Lee hasn't got one of them. We're talking a lot about Lee today.
Today's podcast is sponsored by the letters through Lee Abraham.
But where the hell is Lee?
I don't know.
Bello says, let's talk about the Jamie Rika, please. Best one for fuzz dummies. Have I got Eureka? I think I've got Eureka here. That's Eureka. Yeah. One of these. I feel like I'm doing that pedal show. They always do that. Disappear off and go and find a pedal. Do you know what the best thing about the Jamie Rika is?
The name?
No.
Color scheme.
I'm going to show you. Go on. Let's do the next question, and I'll and I will show you. Yeah. So the Jamie Rika is a really good sounding fuzz.
Right.
Really, really good fuzz. If that is your thing. And as I'm undoing the back of the box as we speak.
It's a Potter's wheel moment.
It is a bit. Sorry, it's not great for. It's not great radio, is it? Hold on. Right, I've got the last square. So there's the front of the pedal.
Yes.
A little rubber ducky on it. There's the back of the pedal.
Yeah.
And internally.
Hey!
There's a little rubber ducky that comes with it. I love that. Yes, jam pedals are amazing.
That's someone who said, if we put an extra 20 cents on the price, we can have a bit of laugh here.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's such a great little thing. Yeah, I love jam pedals. Jam pedals just we should you and me should go over to Athens and
yeah, definitely.
Really like to. It's such a great company. They honestly make some of my favourite effects pedals.
I love the Gilmore pedal. The Floyd pedal is amazing.
Yeah, the pink flow. I've got that out there actually. Yeah, nice. It's really nice. Yeah, I need to do another video on that. So that's really good.
With that Strat.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll bring it over to you. That's tiger neck. Yes, it is a tiger neck, isn't it?
Beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
Tony says, have to jump off in a moment. What? Don't forget to hit the like button, fellow rats. Yes, please. It really does make a difference. As Tony says, hit the like button if you're getting something out of this. If you're not, don't. But if you are, it really, really helps us. Jeff says, Phil came out of left field, but I actually enjoyed his intrusion.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful instrument. The instruments.
Great tip on the arthritis. This is for Phil, obviously. A great tip on the arthritis. Starting to get flare-ups of carpal tunnel in my wrists, and some days are worse than others. Will take not of cord options. Wonder if there are other tricks to work around. But isn't some things for arthritis? Isn't turmeric supposed to be really good? I think because I get a bit of carpal tunnel.
I probably should be more aware of it than I am, having spent the last 30-something years hitting things. But yeah.
There we go.
I'm going to be quite careful about the ones we're putting up next.
Come on, Ireland, says Agan. Ireland playing? What's going on?
Is it rugby?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Come on, Ireland. Pet says, personally, I need a strong coffee and 10 hours sleep to get my head around jazz theory.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
I just don't enjoy it. I like music that the general public tend to like. Not some crap, but
don't get me wrong. I like music that the general public like, but I like the occasional moment where you go, "Ooh, that caught me out." I don't always like to know what's coming next.
Right.
And unfortunately, modern pop music these days, or modern commercial music, you go, yeah, I know what's going to happen next, and it's really nice to have a chord progression or a chord change where you go, oh, that was nice, I like that.
Yeah. Pet says, Phil, nice setup there, mate, and some great toys. Phil has got some nice toys, hasn't he?
Yes.
He said, have you heard the new Take That song, Jen? No. They've gone Lindisfarne with sprinkling of bread. Wow. Very 70 centimeters. That's interesting. I have to listen to that.
Gabe Barlow's clearly had a moment of clarity or disclarity or something. I don't know.
We'll have a listen. Senator Wheelchair Pillow says, are modelling amps able to eliminate the high gain hiss? Or are you stuck dealing with it one way or the other, noise gate, etc., no matter what? When you say that high gain hiss, do you mean on
a super high gain tone? You've still got hiss. If you've captured the hiss, you've still got hiss.
Oh, I see. Yes, but you can. Yeah. So okay. God, I'm pulling out all the pedals.
Oh,
pulling out all the pedals. If you play like a lot of high gain stuff and that hiss bothers you, the thing about the hiss is you never notice it when you're playing.
Yeah.
And no one ever does. All sort of high gain guitar tones have that hiss. If you want to stop it in between, go and get the new Boss NS1X. Really, really good. But yes, I mean digital noise gates do a better job of that than nice. Oh, lovely.
Cool. Right. Boom.
Military discounts are a thing.
I always love that when you fly into LAX.
Yeah.
And the announcements come over about the serviceman's lounge or the ex-serviceman's lounge.
Yeah.
I always think, isn't it sad that we don't treat our military and ex-military in the same way that the Americans do?
I disagree. I disagree. I think a lot of Americans would disagree with you as well.
Really?
There's plenty of mental health issues with ex-servicemen in the US.
Oh no, that I don't disagree with, but it's not. The Americans have a very "thank you for your service" mentality.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't get that over here. So, it's a squaddy. I'm sorry, but Americans, you've got it right. You thank people for their time serving your country. We don't get that over here.
I don't know. Yes, but also I don't know when the American servicemen go out and they go and have a couple of beers on a Friday or Saturday night. I don't know how they treat the local bars and clubs and that sort of stuff, because the English squaddies aren't known for. I mean, there's been enough times when I've been out and you've just gone, we better get
Time
out.
to go. Yeah.
Because squaddies are going to kick off in a minute.
I lived in Colchester, which is home of three
Yeah.
para. So, you know,
Yeah.
should we do the news?
Yeah, it's in the news. Okay, hold on.
He's on it. He's on it.
No, I'm doing it wrong. I've been doing this for years and I still can't get it right. Entire screen. Let's click on that. Do that. There we go. Right.
Boom.
No, we're not interested in that. That's something else I'm looking at. Right. So Universal Audio Aux Stomp Dynamic Speaker Emulator Pedal. Everyone's talking about this. The thing is, this is what I don't understand. They've got it next
to stuff that's got a speaker emulator.
Exactly. Look, you've got that.
Yeah.
You've got the Quad Cortex. Then you've got an Axifex.
Yep.
8, which is like the old one. It's just, what? It's just like, and then you've got the Dream. You've got the Dream pedal, which is okay. You're limited to the IRs that are in there, but it's the same sort of technology. I'm just not sure. I just don't. €439 as well.
See, I don't want to say this of UA because,
but you are.
Well, I'm going to because by saying that, we both have friends who work at Universal Audio, and they're a brilliant company, and they're innovative, and they do some amazing stuff.
They do.
But I was in a conversation many moons ago with Bill Jr., who said, if I ever do something that you think is bonkers, tell me. I think this is there. I don't get what it's to do, because
I don't think it's bonkers. I just don't think it's going to do that well.
I just think they're marketing it in the wrong way.
Sorry?
They're marketing it in the wrong way. I mean, the last thing you need to put it next to is a Quad Cortex, because the Quad Cortex has got all that in it.
Yes, and they will say, well, yes, but our speaker modeling is better.
But most people who use a Quad Cortex won't care.
I don't think they will. I think if it is better, it's better by
this much.
Yeah,
I think UA need to say rant time. UA need to realise that Shark DSP has had it. It's had its day. They need to port over to ARM. That's where their focus needs to be. And if it is great, and in the meantime they're doing this to make some revenue, great. But crack on.
Yeah, I think UA believe. I don't think that UA ever do something. Oh, let's just put this out. I don't think they ever do that. I really think they believe it's going to.
Oh, I think Volt was definitely up there with moments of let's just get it out there and hope it sells.
I don't know. I don't know who would use it. Anyway, apart from Lee. So Gibson, they've reissued the Les Paul Supreme. Did you
Yummy.
use the Les Paul Supreme?
I like the look of these.
The only thing, I mean, I always like the Les Paul Supreme, apart from the inlays. I really don't like.
I can forgive the inlays; they look beautiful.
No, it's too much. It's too much.
Oh, look at that!
No, you're wrong, man.
I'm sorry. I appreciate they're lots of money, but
$4.5 billion.
But
there we go.
I still would.
Have you seen this?
I have, and I went, oh.
Really
and there's a new fader pack for it as well.
Is there? See,
yeah.
So the console one, I used to think the console one was absolutely brilliant, and they've knocked it out the park with this. I think. So basically, if you don't know what this is, it's basically a digital mixing console, but think of it as like one channel, and then you switch over to the next channel and the next channel. So it's instead
of having to do this,
I can't see what he's
You've seen
doing.
this.
Exactly.
It's awesome. The original console one was brilliant. This looks more brilliant.
Yeah, I got lots of fun with console one. Hey, guess what?
Is he selling slippers?
He's not selling slippers. He's got another guitar out.
That doesn't say Gibson. Does it say Gibson on the headstock?
No, it's Epiphone.
I thought.
Right, let's not. You know, me and James do have a pop at Joe Bonamassa now and again. We both of us think he's one of the greatest guitar players who have ever lived.
His musicality and skill is not brought into question by Paul or I at any point. The guy's a musical god.
He is. Yes, he's.
But he's a marketing nightmare.
Well, he just loves to sell stuff, doesn't he? He loves, you know, if it's not sunglasses or slippers or flip flops or whatever, it's guitars or it's, you know, anything you put his name to. But not cheap. £1,700 for a
Epiphone.
For an Epiphone.
Now I'm sure it's a brilliant guitar.
Oh, man, I would not buy that. I would not go anywhere near that.
It's a off balance SG, isn't it?
It's. I mean, you could go on eBay and for a lot less money go and get a Gibson.
Yeah,
go get a decent Gibson SG for that. Easily,
you'd pick up a Gibson SG on the auction sites for £800.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know what's going on there.
But it wouldn't say Joe Bonamassa on it.
Yeah, maybe it's for the Joe Bonamassa fans, but I you know, if Joe Bonamassa did like one guitar every now and again, or one thing, I'd go, well, that's interesting, but it's quite a lot of stuff that he likes to sell. So this is what who was talking about it earlier?
Somebody.
Yes. The Ultraviolet, the Univibe. So basically, it's a Univibe pedal, but it's a digital Univibe, and it's got, as Univibes do, it's got a chorus mode and a vibrato mode, and it's 300 squids. Quite a lot.
Yeah,
that's your mate, isn't it?
Does look like him, doesn't it? Is that what he's doing now?
Yeah, I think it's. Yes, that is your mate. What's his name?
It is. I was trying to think. He's like, oh my god.
Don't worry. Okay.
Oh my god. Embarrassment. Yeah.
There we go. Friedman IRX preamp dual channel tube. Yeah. So two 12X7s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing it's 9 volt. Although I'm wondering how they're powering two 12X7s with
probably 18 volt.
Well, even so, I wonder how anyone's powering that with a.
Well, if we looked close, if we could zoom in enough, we could see
12 volt.
12 volt.
It's 12 volt, but even I mean, you know, all of the technical guys out there could probably say, oh yes, they're using there's something inside it that's bumping up the power rating and stuff. So yeah, it's got send and return, which is good. Balanced out, which is good. And impulse response is the only thing for me. And I know I would always be that one that goes, well, why didn't they do this? But if you've got IRs in it, it'd be great to have stereo, so you could have 2 speaker cabinets. For me personally,
and that normally comes down to one thing:
price,
processing and price.
But it's not a digital pedal. No, it is a digital pedal. Well, it's got a digital side to it, isn't it? I guess.
It must have digital control because there's a USB port and an app.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah,
it always comes down to price. The original 11 rack, going back a few years now, the reason it didn't have any pitch shifting in it is because that would have required another DSP chip,
right?
And that would have pushed it over $1,000.
Right, I see.
So it does eventually come down to money, which is sad but true.
Yeah, but you can do a lot with this, and it's got the classic sort of Friedman tones in it, but it's not cheap. It's €600, $595.
It's not so bad.
Quite, yeah, but it's got no. You know, you're gonna have to add if you use effects, you're gonna have to add effects to that as well.
Yeah,
your reverbs, delays, and stuff. It's again, Tone X.
Yeah,
Does more, but There we go. Oh, don't do that, do we? Let's do this. Right.
Vimage.
What's next?
Boom.
Soapful says, if you guys are posting on eBay, do you ship to the States? Or do you try to keep it to your side of the ocean? Great sounding amp in the last video, by the way, got me thinking. Oh, cheers, Soapforge.
I will ship to the US for certain things. I use the eBay global shipping program because, quite frankly, it makes shipping to the States affordable. Because neither of us actually pay any more or less. It takes a lot longer. Let's not pretend it doesn't. But that's the way I do it. And I sent a guitar the other day against my better judgment, but it seemed to go okay. So
nice.
Boom.
Curtis Chavez says, me running over to the UA website to check specs. Tapeforge, have you guys seen the little 5-watt Ibanez all-tube amplifier? No. Just ordered one for $80, and I've never heard anyone say anything about it before. I've never heard that. I will check it out, though.
Nice.
Richard, hello, mate. He says, running late tonight, gents. Hope both of you and you, mate. We've got Simon coming over tomorrow. Talking about Richard. So Richard works at Bonner's Music in Eastbourne.
Nice.
And Simon's coming over tomorrow with his clon.
If you haven't checked out those videos, we had some good times with those boys.
Yes, very nice. Oh, here he is. He's here at last. Here we go. I need the new boxes by free. What did I say?
Yep.
Well, free when I need them.
I need them.
He needs them. Yeah, I can imagine Lee would love those. Michael Vondenhoff, evening. Any suggestions on a free pedal? Free pedal?
Stealing?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand the question.
I'm not endorsing that, but
there ain't nothing. There ain't nothing for free. Scrunge just bought IK Multimedia Axe.io with Amplitude 5 Max and Tone X Max for 330 of your finest pounds. What a bargain! But installation guide is awfully lacking and can't find any online guides. You need to download the product manager, type your codes in. All good. I actually quite like that. I thought it would be a bit of a nightmare, but I quite like their product manager.
And then what you need to do is head to thestudiorats.net and buy a whole lovely bundle of our lovely Tone X packs.
There you go. We're overselling. They're overselling these packs a bit, right? Overselling Tone X a bit.
I'm not sure. It's brilliant. Sorry, it is. It's awesome.
It is brilliant. Gary says, would Amplified Nation or other boutique brands consider your amp demos a threat to their sales because you're only buying the amp to do Tone X sound captures, basically stealing their sound? Well, no, I was demoing. I made it quite clear that that it's an amp demo as well as that. So no, I don't think it's and I definitely don't consider captures to be stealing. Because it doesn't work in the same way.
No, and also, I think I speak for my colleague as well as I. If we could, we would have all the amps.
God, yeah.
Because there is a difference. Even when you do basically the end of the Tone X capture process, once it's learnt for 2 hours, you can do an A/B capture. And Greg was round yesterday at the point where I was A/Bing the capture, and he went, bloody hell, that's close. And I went, it's really, 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 really close.
Mm-hmm.
But there is still a thing. There's this much difference. But in the grand scheme of things, would I like to have to house 50 of the finest amps on planet Earth, or would I like them in my laptop? Or my pedal. Much easier to have them on a pedal or in my laptop.
Yes.
But I think Greg was well impressed actually when he heard it go, it's that thing. It was hilarious. Anywho.
Johnny Love says, Gary Simmons, good point, Gary. But on the whole, I think it went well. It helped sales more than harm them. Cheers. Without a doubt, yeah. I think because there are people that want amps and there are people that want modelers, and there's also people that try a modeler and then hear the amp and then in a couple of years' time they go, love that. I love that sound of that. That's the amp I'm going to go and buy. That's the amp I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it hurts. Keith Exel, at Paul and at Pet Moxie, custom telly, Tom Anderson or Sir can order to spec. Yeah. Yeah, without, I mean,
And he says,
they're 4K though, but so's the Fender Custom Shop.
yeah.
I think you're going to get, I mean, great guitars without a doubt. So, I mean, yeah, they both make great guitars.
Only thing I would say about a Sir, about a Tom Anderson, it doesn't say Fender on the headstock.
Well, and it doesn't have the resale value. I don't think, if you go and spend, not that I would recommend anyone does this because I think you should go and get a second-hand one, but if you go and buy a 4K Fender Custom Shop, or you go and buy a 4K Sir, the Sir will probably, I mean, you can buy an Alt T. You can buy an Alt T used for about 1,800 quid. You could buy a Fender Custom Shop telly for 2,500 to 3,000 secondhand. So the custom shops definitely hold their value better. But the Sirs are perfect. They're absolutely brilliant.
At this point,
Mr. Moxie, thank you, sir. He said, what albums do you think subscribe to the following truism? All killer, no filler. P.S. After a few, I fantasize about being an intellectual. Fieldback Rumors.
Reckless, Brian Adams.
Reckless, Brian. Good shout.
And Woodface for Credit House.
Woodface, Credit House, and there's one more. Killers, first Killers album.
Oh, yes.
All of them brilliant songs.
And most of them, the anthemic ones that you now go away going, oh, yeah.
But that album, production on that album is mega.
But Reckless is you've forgotten how many brilliant songs and how amazing that album sounds.
Yeah, it does sound really good.
Just, yeah. I mean, I had to go and had it on in the car. So I'm driving up to, the north tomorrow to collect this Freeman.
Yeah.
And that will be one of the songs. That and Crowded House Woodface will be one of the two of the albums that get me there and back.
Nice. Good thing.
Boom.
Curtis says, at the Soap Forge, looking at reverb reviews, a lot of players lived the sound of that amp but complained that the build quality was dodgy. Oh, was that the Ibanez thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Ben says, thanks, fellas. It's a gold top. I'm going to get her. What was that? What was Ben?
Don't know.
Hold on. Oh, yes. Oh, nice. The Yamaha SG.
Yes.
Gold top. That'd be nice.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That's a good choice. Yeah, because some of the colours are quite dated. I remember the cherry one always looked a bit.
And the wood finish ones look a bit 70s.
Yeah. Gold top, nice.
Yeah, gold top with P90s, yummy.
Yeah. Pet says, Keith, without saying vulgar, 4K is okay. Wouldn't want to go into 5K. Fender custom. I mean, I
don't buy mine.
I think
or do and save a lot of money.
Yeah. There we go.
I think it depends what you want, because I've tried some of your super expensive guitars.
Yeah.
And I've gone, that sounds great. It feels great. Mm-hmm. And I've tried some of them, and no offense, I can't tell the difference.
Okay. Well, it'd be like me banging on a Pearl Export then, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. But I do at least play guitar, whereas I know you don't really play drums.
No, I don't play drums at all. I can't play drums. I'm terrible.
Yeah, whereas if I like that Squire Strat that Thingy set up at Bonner's that day.
Yeah.
where we both went, this was a bag of spanners, and all of a sudden you go, oh my God, that plays well.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to be said for getting a guitar that you know is structurally and sonically good.
Yeah.
And having it set up by someone, a human being who knows what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's
taking resale value and all that sort of stuff out of the equation.
No, it's more than that. It's more than that. To me, there's a definite difference between a Fender custom shop and a Fender USA. There's a difference. Just the wood choice, the weight of it, the custom options you can get that you can't get with, if you want a particular, fret size or whatever, or you want a particular neck radius, or you want a particular wood or a particular finish and that sort of stuff, you can't get that.
That's if you're buying it new.
Yes, but if you want to find that's fair enough, I guess. But Pet can buy for 4K. He can go and get a new custom shop.
Yes,
I wouldn't recommend he does.
And wait how long?
I don't know. I don't know what the order time is. I don't know what the order time is. But loads of shops have them. You'll find one that you like. You find one that you want.
I'm purely playing, as I say, devil's advocate. I'm not saying yes or no, but I mean, the guitar playing. So I think I'm a reasonable guitar player, but I mean, the guitar playing level I'm at, would I trade in 4 tellies that I've got for one custom shop? Yeah. Probably yes. But if I wanted to telly a Strat, start listing guitars, I'm not quite sure where this is going, but there is definitely a point at which you have to decide to yourself, do I need to spend 4,000 or 5,000 quid on a guitar, or will one that's $2,000 suffice?
Depends. It depends if you want an asset or not.
Yeah.
If you want an asset and you can afford it, yes, I would say without a doubt you go for custom.
Agreed. No, agreed.
Curtis Chavez says Soapforge Stage Right has a 5-watt amp that is super inexpensive and will be new for not much more money than the used Ibanez amp. There we go. Stage Right. Pet says got my heart set on a custom telly, 41 now, and in a position to bite the bullet and get one. Nice. When you say custom telly, do you mean custom shop or custom built? Or do you mean like a Fender custom, like the humbucker in the neck sort of Fender custom?
I so want a humbucker in the neck telly.
The thing is, Pet, if you go and get like a unusual make Telecaster custom built,
you'll never sell it.
You don't like it, you will never sell it, or you will never sell it for the money that it's worth. Yeah.
Them's the breaks.
Sir Tom Anderson, Fender, Nash, all of those sort of things. Yeah, you can't really go wrong. Just watch your Alt T vid. Still loving it. The Alt T was brilliant. Again, that's gone because I got the Alt T had the Pete Thorne pickups in it, and I bought a Pete Thorne. So
you bought 2 Pete Thornes.
I've had 2 Pete Thornes. Yeah. Yeah, no. The Alt T is a brilliant guitar.
It was a red. You had a red one, didn't you?
Yeah, a red one, really good guitar. Didn't like the color, but
loved it. That was great.
Hold on. It is like the pedal show. Would you chaps consider one of the Jam Pedals multi effects boards? It's like that pedal show, isn't it?
Do you mean one of these? That's awesome. That thing.
It's awesome, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, they're really good. The only thing I would say about it is that make sure that you want all of the pedals on that board, because if you don't, there's no changing.
Yeah.
The Jam pedals are brilliant. Keith says, Pet Moxie, I have an Anderson telly that is my favorite guitar, 20 years old now. The Sirs are amazing too. There we go. Keith's got some really nice guitars, actually. Funky Bass, Eureka, Archimedes, Bathtub, Rubber Ducky. What's that? Is that what it's about?
It's what he shouted, wasn't it? Eureka! You don't smell so good yourself.
Was he in the bathtub when he said it?
Apparently so, yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that's the reason for that. Well, there we go.
Oh God, wait, where have you been?
What was he doing?
Having a bath.
Why did he scream Eureka in the bath?
Because you knocking one out. I don't know.
Eureka? Is that what you do?
No. I have a shower.
Mrs. Ivy. Eureka.
Well, there goes the one girl who was watching.
There you go. Yeah. Keith, pet. Ivan Anderson. Yes, you've done that one.
Yeah, it's again, yes.
Steve Cassidy says, has anyone ever encountered a 9.5 radius fretboard with stainless steel frets? Ideally, a roasted maple neck strat-shaped object. Been struggling to find one.
Greg calls them that, doesn't he? Strat-shaped objects.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, well, think of all the companies that do stainless steel frets. Sir.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can get a Sir. I mean, you can get a Bilbo 9.5 Strat. Yeah.
You could just buy a Strat and whack a different neck on it.
Yeah, you could do that, or you could Fender Custom Shop would do that for you. I'm sure. I've never seen Fender Custom Shop with stainless steel frets, but I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do it for you. Pet says, Keith, I'll give that some consideration. I have a brow and have a browse. Cheers, mate. There we go. Kim lad, he says Voltaren cream for arthritis, pain in the hands. I'm not sure if it might affect guitar finishes. I've used it on toes and elbows thus far. There we go. There we go. Reaching that age, aren't we? We're talking about arthritis.
Stop.
Okay, Michael P. There we go. Arthritis, take it from an old man.
Chondroitin.
Chondroitin every day. Without it, my body would not be the same. There we go. Curtis, the hard part of jazz for me is that some nights I can do no wrong, but sometimes I feel and hear more than I can play.
That's most days for me.
Absolutely, yeah. John McGuigan says, greetings all from a warm and sunny France, 28 degrees today. Hope everyone is doing great. How is the Rat Amp development going? We're going to see Dennis on next
Wednesday.
Week today.
So Paul will be late for next Wednesday because it will take him 9 hours to get from Southend to the South Coast.
The thought is sent of a wheelchair. Kindness to our military in the USA. Dad is retired fighter pilot. Nice. Is a massive correction from spitting on them in the Vietnam War. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all military deserve the respect.
Absolutely. But I mean, what I was inferring is that it's very open in the States to thank people for their service.
Yes.
It doesn't happen here. Anything
like
it.
Yeah. No, it doesn't, does it? No.
And as the son of of someone who has served, it's weird. It's an odd thing that we don't. It's like, he was a Scotty, or he was in the Marines, or whatever. It was like,
yeah, but I wonder if that's because of reputation, because of what they get up to and stuff. Kim lads, we talk a good game, but the homelessness and mental health care for vets is atrocious. I completely agree.
And I don't think that changes either side of the pond. There are certainly guys and girls this side of things who
more of it. You see way more of it when you go to the States. I mean, you see it, you visibly see it all over the place. In the UK, you might see someone that could possibly be a.
But I think that's also because of sheer numbers. The American military is, factors of 100 more personnel than we have over here.
Okay,
and that's why I think it ain't great either side.
No. Jeff Cook, I did a boss survey when I registered the ES8. I don't know if they actually read the answers, but I told them the Paul Driven Studio actually suggested it. Cheers, mate.
They do, believe it or not. They actually do read them. It's really important.
I've got my ES8 here, plugged in, ready for the video tomorrow. All set up. Tom Attar, if the UA pedals just have MIDI, yeah, everyone says that. Everyone says that.
Yeah.
Hollywood says, evening all. Anyone just see the new Freedom pedal amp today? I think it only just came out and looks ace. Just done that. Yeah, looks good. Curtis says the US public is thankful to our veterans. The US government, not so much.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we are but two blokes in the UK talking about guitars and stuff. I'm not saying that two people can't make a difference or one person can't make a difference, but in this case, I think the machine is mightier than us.
Superjet 113. I don't know if this has been asked yet, but are you guys going to do a review on new? Wow, people are really into this.
Once or twice, yes, we would like to get it. Dave Friedman, we are available. Smile sweetly, Paul, and
Yeah. JTB. Look at that dog. That's awesome. Oh, I love a pooch. His ticket prices are out of line for his shows too. Who's that?
Joe Bonamassa.
Are they? I don't know how much.
Yeah.
They're expensive.
Yeah. Very, very.
Got to keep yourself in sunglasses and flip flops, mate.
It's surely the sunglasses and flip flops should be the thing that's making his shows affordable.
Yeah.
You'd hope. Oh, I will say this, that I heard, and this is not really relevant to us because we don't do that many gigs that involve it, but Live Nation, who are the world's largest concert promoter and ticket provider, have scrapped their merch tax.
Have they?
So when you go and see a band and you buy their T-shirt or their CD or their hoodie or whatever, now, other than the actual cost of goods, it goes to the band. The ticket, Live Nation will not be taking their 25% fee.
Good.
Which is great news. Other ticket agencies, you need to fall in line with that because, quite frankly, it's hard enough for us to tour and bands to tour and put on a great show as it is. Scrap the merch tax, please, boys and girls.
There we go.
You heard it here, not first.
John says, I feel Joe has it right. To make money as a musician, you have to have multiple streams of revenue. No, absolutely.
Amen to that completely.
Absolutely.
But you also don't have to sell your soul.
Yeah. You don't. Yeah.
Unless you do go down to the crossroads with your right arm by your side.
That's true. Funky Bass. I have the Console 1 Mark II. Got a consolation email from Softube today reassuring me that they'll still support the old ones and bringing some of the features from the new one to the old ones. That's great, isn't it?
That's
well done, Softube.
Great company.
JTB, Joe's using the Gene Simmons sell everything strategy. Yes, it is a bit Gene. It's exactly what that is. It's Gene. It feels.
When
Gene.
do you think Joe's going to start a booze brand?
Oh, without a doubt, Bonamassa whiskey's got to be coming out.
Bonamassa bourbon.
Bonamassa bourbon or tequila.
Bourbon massa.
No, you've lost it now. You've lost it. Let's move on. Curtis says, JTB, shoot. I paid Bonamassa prices to see BB King one last time.
Oh, that's different though, isn't it? It's different.
Al says, just ordered the new Freeman IRX unit today. We'll let you know. It sounds nice. Seems like lots of people are really into this.
Al, we need to make sure we hook up for NAMM and do the whole kind of guitar safari thing with empty credit cards.
Michael Kilfoy says, Rats, of all the amps you've captured, where would you send me for the Knopfler tone, please? Dalton's. Probably I would say the Amplified Nation, or just wait until next week when I capture the 2 Rock. Probably. But it's that sort of tone, it's that sort of Fendery.
Yeah.
I'd have a look at the Amplified Nation one. If you want it now, have a look at the Amplified Nation one.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? I mean, that's such a great sound.
It's really good sound.
What? Because he didn't play through one of those. What was it play through? Probably for a Fender Princeton or something.
Oh, it'd be a Fender, I think, in those days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lee, you can't get the new Friedman pedal. The king of sub 3 here.
Nice.
Keith says, Paul, how are you liking the IK Precision NPMs? Yeah, I love them. I think they're really good. Really, really good. Really, definitely not disappointed buying them. Michael Parson McNamara says much easier to vacuum under a pedal than 50 amps. That's true.
Very true.
Very true. Hollywood, you're absolutely right, says K. Michael P, except for the price, $150. Pet says, what albums? All albums, definitely. All killers. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Curtis says, Pet Moxie, why did my old eyes see your name as Pet Monkey? Alan McDonald, finally I catch the rats red-handed again. Love to see y'all live in sunny Alabama. Nice one. Welcome, Alan. Lee's here. He says, all killer, no filler. It bites only once around the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it? Are you proggy boys?
Yeah, I love it. I love it, prog.
Quite hard to listen to. I find that quite hard to listen to. Is that the one that is the one with calling all the heroes, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I think so.
Yeah. Lee says, I always thought Brian's Waking Up the Neighbours was killer too.
That's another great album. Yeah.
He has done some good albums, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Pet says, Lee, I'll get them in the never-ending queue of things to listen to. Alan says, I can tell in about 2 minutes I'm going to like an amp. Usually upper mids or strident treble you can't dial out. There we go.
Yeah.
Curtis says, the Studio Rats, what would you like to see in a Boss Katana 3? Ooh, good one.
Tubes.
Huh?
Tubes.
Cute. IR loader.
Yeah.
Don't know, actually. Don't know. That's a really good question.
Can you take over for a moment?
Yeah. Where you going?
You don't need to know.
Oh, God.
I can't help myself.
God.
I broke the seal. I broke the seal earlier.
Happens when you get to a certain age, I guess. Pet says, Curtis, probably because I look similar to a squirrel monkey, maybe. Maybe. Curtis, lol. Mississippi Blue says, Pet, Coda Music have a lot of custom shop tellies worth a look. Definitely. Definitely worth a look. I'm trying to think because Pet lives over in up in Wales. I'm trying to think where'd be good. I think you might have to take a trip, Pet. Joe Marshall, are Harley Benton guitars any good? For the money, they are exceptionally good. I think for the money. For the money. My farts smell like coconut, says John Nathan Cordy is the ultimate Anderton's troll. Is he? He's hilarious, even if he doesn't realise. I've never. I mean, I haven't seen. I used to watch John's videos a lot. I think he's a brilliant guitar player. I haven't seen him troll Andertons, but I will definitely look out for that. Pet says, James, please never say knocking one out again. Yeah, please. Yeah, it's wrong, isn't it? Horrible. Alan McDonald, Conduit in. Don't know. Pet says, cheers, miss. I'll have a browse. Sar friend says, my farts smell like coconut. I don't know what's going on. Okay, he said, why do all folk insist saying dad done blah, blah, blah instead of my dad's? What? I haven't got a clue what's going on there. Right, Superjet, thank you. And to you. I'm getting through these. Got to keep buying those 59s. Oh, we're talking about Joe Bonamassa. Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry about that.
K. Michael P says, times have changed here in the USA. When I got out of the military after Vietnam, there was no respect, and now people respect. It's interesting, isn't it? You were in Vietnam. Wow, K. Michael P. He must have seen some things. Oh, look, he's driving.
Well, I'm back now, aren't I?
Drive then. Go on, drive. Go on. Lee says, Joe Marshall, Harley B make great guitars. Yes, there we go.
Scary but true.
Alan says, Live Nation is the monopoly seeing JB in March. $140 a ticket. Wow.
When I went to see the Eagles, it was 125 quid a ticket. And that wasn't for, prime seats.
Was that Hell Freezes Over tour?
Part 9, I think.
I've done it a few times a day. Yeah. Pet says, K Michael P. Well, I bet you've got some stories to tell. Yes, bet he has. Bonner Beer. There we go.
Oh, here's the obvious one. Thank you, Lee.
Oh, very good, Lee. That's really good. Well done. Lee says, JB Slow Gins, surely. Well done. Bonamassa's tours are sponsored by Grand Brûlé Cognac. Wow.
So he's probably got what's it called? A thing that you can't.
Hold on a second. If he's charging $140 a ticket, why does he need sponsoring by?
Because it costs a lot of money to do a tour these days.
But it's only 140 quid a ticket minimum.
I don't know. It's really expensive, I know. When bands like it's a different end of the scale, I know, but when bands like Dream Theater are being told they can't take their full rig out because they're only doing mid-size arenas, not super arenas, because of the economics of touring, you think, and Dream Theater are going to sell out tickets everywhere they go. There's, it's times are hard.
Not for
challenging, should we say then?
Lee says, I think I'll get the Freeman pedals of Paul, or you will try it. Yes, without a doubt. Nice one, Lee. John says, I saw Joe a few months ago for about $100, cheaper than a JHS 3 Series pedal. Definitely better sounding than me through a $1,000 pedal. Lee says, John Cordy is very funny and dry sense of humor. Trying a Victory amp while wearing an Anderson's t-shirt was funny. That is good. Well done.
I don't see the irony.
Yeah. Michael Kilfoy says, Paul, what's your favourite telly neck pickup? I align with nearly all of your tastes. I've got in my Esquire, it's a Seymour Duncan. I couldn't even tell you which model it is. I tend to like all telly neck pickups, to be honest. I don't think I've ever tried a telly neck pickup that I've gone, I don't like that. I think I like all of them. But there's a really good Seymour Duncan one that I've got in there. And if I could tell you what it was, I would. Unfortunately, I can't.
I'm quite worried that I know this person.
Do you know this person?
I don't know, but I'm quite worried that I probably do.
There we go. These farts smell like coconut.
Yeah.
Al says, Lee, I just stuck some Sir V63s in the new Jet 450 acquisition. What a guitar for the money. There we go.
Great stuff. Well, believe it or not, everyone, we got to the bottom of the list. We survived with like 13 minutes to go. So thank you for joining us. Quick sales pitch. If you are in the market for any Tonex patches, we do have all our new and existing and older Tonex patches on our site now. The studioapps.net. Just click on the downloads page and you will see them all there. We are planning our trip to NAMM, so if you are up for getting together for drinks or whatever, we would love to see you. That will be in January, but obviously these things will take a little while to get together. Anything else I've forgotten? Flip-flops, sunglasses.
That's what we should do. We should go and get some Studio Rats flip-flops, sunglasses and stuff.
Maybe not. A limited run.
Head polish.
Headscarf or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Wig.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah, that's it. I should get a wig that looks like yours.
You should get a jivey wig. Thank you all for joining us, everyone. We will see you this time next week for more of the same kind of chaos. But until then, my name's James Ivey.
I'm Paul Drew.
And we'll see you very soon. Take care, everyone. Have a good week. Bye-bye.